Hey dudes and dudettes, welcome back. Today we are playing a little bit of Power Wash Simulator and I'm going to tell some stories of my past. Hope we all enjoy this. I know I will, because Power Wash Simulator is super fucking relaxing. Alright, let's start with this. God, that van looks like shit. Great news! Finally found a van for you at the auctions under your budget. Don't freak out when you see it. It looks like it's been dredged from the bottom of a lake. But somehow, even though I bought this randomly and it's dirty as shit, it says your business name on the side of it. That's pretty cool, huh? Okay. Let's do this. Ooh, special keys and shit. Continue. Alright, that looks nice. Ah, and the water, the sound of the water is a little bit lower. I could deal with that. Let's see. Okay, fine. Oh, look at this. All right. So we're gonna clean off this car, and we're gonna have a good fucking time. Let's get relaxed, huh? Come join me for a while. Let's see. What are some good stories about my life that I could talk about? I know I got a few interesting things. I'm trying to think of what would be the more riveting story to talk about. Talk about that time in middle school where I jacked up my shin and got carried around by the whole football team after school hours. I could talk about the time I got hit by a car while escaping the institutions. I could talk about ending up in the institutions. Can talk about me and my friend from middle school. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Okay. And it leaves all the really juicy bits for later. Ooh, look at that. That window's nice and clean. Can't see through it still, but it's nice and clean. Okay, so back when I was in like middle school or some shit like that, I lived in Valparaiso, Indiana. It's kind of a nice little town. Had a few good amenities. Not too far a walk from, shit to do or see. In any case, I had this little friend of mine. I'm not gonna name names, but we were always up to no good. Then again, throughout my childhood, I was never up to any good. I was a little shitheel. But me and this newfound friend decided at one point in time we were gonna bike down to the place that sold fireworks. It was like one of those little Mad Cat stalls that pop up and shit. Indiana was really, really good about having access to all sorts of fucking fireworks. But me and my friend rode our bikes down to this place. It wasn't 4th of July or anything. The whole store was closed up. But we went dumpster diving. That was really fun. And we found a whole goddamn shipment box they had thrown out of those fucking smoke bombs. Tiny little round ones and whatnot. So for the entire rest of the evening, what we decided to do for shits, giggles, and fun is, on those like playgrounds where they have tires, and they take the tires and they stack them into different like buildings, I guess, some sort of little castle type shit. Well, there were two that were opposing each other, and they were like little fortresses. So me and my buddy, we we would hop inside of those, one like each in one, and then we would just light these smoke bombs off and start fucking chucking them into the other one, trying to make it into our opponent's base and shit. And they'd land in your lap and burn you up pretty good, and the smoke would fill up the entire little structure, so you'd be having to pop your fucking head out from the side just to fucking breathe. That was pretty fun. That was the same school me and him, we played a lot with a BB gun way back in the day. Not only that, we had like a whole... I had somehow gotten my hand on a whole pack of Swisher Sweets when I was really fucking young. So, very bizarre. I forgot what crouch is. Shift is not crouch. Neither is caps lock. I thought C was crouch, but C is doing this with your shit. Okay. Time to explore the buttons. R is rotate. Of course it is. Space is jump. It's gotta be... Oh, okay, cool. I was about to say, it's gotta be control then. Let's go prone here. Want to get right up under this nice little thing. It's gonna ding for the bumper. It's got a ding for the bumper. I'm doing a great fucking job of cleaning this bumper. Dude, the green nozzle really is where it's at in this game. It can clean almost anything. Just a nice pan and scan. Get this thing all shiny. Oh, it's so nice. So good. Yeah. I'm going to save the hit by a car story for another time. Just because if anyone's still listening to this, that's going to be a big fucking point of intrigue. It's like, what is he talking about institutions? What's he talking about getting hit by a car? What's he talking about escape? Escape. But no, yeah, that was a little bit of a background of when I lived in Valparaiso. Man, I've lived all over the place. I got kicked out of school so many fucking times from so many different schools. Usually for being a smart-ass little shitheel. A good example of how I was a fucking little shitheel little monster boy. You know when you're a kid, you build tree forts all the time. Well, back when I was probably like, I don't know, 9, 10-ish or so, me and my friends back in Hobart, Indiana, built a nice little tree fort. This tree was really good, too. It was on the, I lived catty corner of a cemetery, which was kind of nice, because I could just walk through our woods, get to this corner fence posting that the cemetery had, which wasn't secure at all, because it was just a wide open corner to a freaking graveyard. You could just walk right through the fence and end up in the back of the graveyard, even if it was closed. But no, I used to just wander around there and chill. But our little tree fort was right next to the fence of that, so you could like have a nice view of the wide open cemetery. But me, being the little gremlin that I was, thought, you know what this fucking fort needs? A tiger trap. And if you're not familiar with tiger traps, it's essentially it's a pitfall where at the bottom of the pitfall are either punji sticks, which are sharpened sticks covered in fecal matter, or there's just like glass or something else. Well, I decided broken bottles was the great addition to this. So with our little tree fort, I decided, you know, hey, fortifications were in order, because I was 10. And decided to just make a fucking tiger pit outside of this tree to protect it from girls. No girls were allowed. Which is weird. Like, I think I had some female friends back then. I was a member of the Girl Scouts, which is a whole nother story. I was their little mascot. I was cool. Somehow all the girls liked me. I was a cute little kid, though. And I was funny, I guess. I was hyperactive. Definitely the type to try to be the class clown in school. But not do so well because I'm antisocial and awkward. Ooh, this bumper is going to look so fucking fine. You'll want to take it out on a date, but it won't let you because this bumper knows it's cleaner and prettier than you. See? It knows. Alright, doing the grill. There's a removals van outside my nightmare neighbor's place. Nightmare neighbor. Sounds like a great movie. Oh, and I dicked around too much. I didn't read the rest. Cool. Wasn't important anyway, I bet. Oh, this game is so satisfying. Fuck. Grill. The grill is still dirty. Saw that Kentucky Fried grease on my grill. Oh, so good. Headlight's done, right? Yeah, those are done. That's 64% complete. Look at my cleaning skills. Which is ironic, because I actually did this for a living at one point in time. Car detailing. It wasn't that hard. It was just, I don't know, not demanding either. Yeah, it was. The boss was a nitpicky motherfucker. I hated that. He wasn't cleaning. But even if you had it fucking spotless on the inside, doing all the super scrubbing with their little brush pad and the fucking soaps, and then hitting it with the air pressure to get all the extra shit out from the cracks and crevices and crannies. But no matter what, you weren't doing it fast enough and you weren't doing it clean enough. And it's like, yeah, I am. I'm doing it super fast and super clean. Don't you see the literal sweat off my brow? Not only was it a pain in the ass, it was just a real long commute. Like a good 45-minute commute just to get to this shitty job I hated. So I could pay for fucking clothes for my ex. Who spends... Well, I guess it's easy to spend $200 to $300 at Forever 21 or Rue. But why? I mean, Amazon's a thing. And you can get literally everything you want off of there for cheaper. And honestly, I like the styles better from there anyway. Oh, let's get this window clean. Fucking dirty. It's disgusting. God, everyone's played this game. I know I'm late to the fucking party, but whatever. I was gonna play Security Breach, but there's an update that needs to happen before I can even play my game, which is always fun. I love the new world. I love the, what is this, 22nd century? Boo. Get out of there. What are you doing? I am 91% clean. I could go ham on this and just make it completely unsatisfying cleaning. Like, it'll get done soon. This whole fucking room is soaked. Oh, that looks like shit now. It's not going to be satisfying to clean this. It's got to be completely covered in schmutz for anything good to come of it. Alright, we should be clearing up with the body here in a second. Ah, yeah, it looks so nice, but I do hate how it just, like, deletes all of the shit you weren't done with. Oh, so good. Alright, oh, the front, yeah, and the wing mirror. I'm gonna switch to the very efficient red. They got a little, like, mod for this that makes this one go in, like, not a mod, I guess a purchase that makes this one go in circles. But I hate it. I hate it. I hate the one that goes in circles so bad. Alright, hey! Looks like I completed. Let's get a little montage of me tediously going over everything. It's so satisfying. Alright, it looks good. Thank you. That's nice. We'll continue. That's the only new one. Let's see if there's special ones. I like bonus stuff. Let's see. Golf course. Is it suggesting I have those things? Because I don't. Yeah, I'm doing the golf course. I really want to do the golf course. They got Final Fantasy stuff, which is kind of neat. You could clean Cloud's bike. Woo, I guess. Be neat to, like, I don't know, I guess clean the bastard sword and stuff, but fuck that. Wow, it gave me all sorts of little shit. I didn't even have to buy it. Cool. Oh my god, this place is awful. We're gonna put it right here for now. Oh fuck, where do you even begin? The sign. You begin with the sign. Oh, yes. Please. Oh, it's still smutsy. Oh, that's shit. Damn it. Fine. Get under the arch. We're doing it like this. What am I doing? There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Okay, get that lined up. Double up. No. Kind of. Yes. Am I gonna have to aim at this shit when I'm all the way up there? Probably. Oh no, the ground is all fucked. That's fine. That's fine. Oh god, that's not fine. I'm gonna have to get on top of this. There is definitely schmutz on the top. It's just wrecked. Soiled it. Will you quit that, man? God, I'm dumb. Oh, yes. Thank you. I should tell you all about that time I set my backyard on fire as a kid. Like, not like a little bit of the backyard. I mean, the backyard was on fire. Okay. Yeah. Story time. Alright, be me. Be 10 or 11. Outside, playing with friends. A little bit of extra backstory is that I lived on a swamp. Like 10 acres of swampland, no joke. And in the swamp, cattails grew. And if you know what cattails are, then you already know their flammability during the summer seasons. But if you don't know what a cattail is, it's essentially a plant that at the end, the flowering part looks like a corn dog. And when you take the corn dog part, you can break it. And when you break it, a lot of little fuzzy bits come off. It's almost like a cottonwood tree, but I guess when the cattail like matures, those little soft flowy bits break off anyway, and then drift amongst the swamp and settle down in a new section of mud to be fed by leeches and bee cattails because they're awesome. Neat little hack too is that you can use those as firework punks. The little sticks you light and keep warm, so you can light other fireworks with them. If you dry out the center column of it. But anyway, back to the story. So the backyard, a swamp made of tons of cattails. Be me. Be bored. Be summer season. And decide to make lots of little pathways through the cattails because the swamp is dry enough for you to stand on. So I made little alleyways, nice little corridors, a little room in there that I put a bunch of plastic lawn furniture in because it was nice and cozy. So me and my friend were hanging out, and I decided it would be fun to make a torch. Like a little adventure torch, right? I'd have a nice little torch. Who as a kid doesn't want a torch? Especially since I was a little pyro. But I decided the best way to make a torch would be to take a mop, trim off a little bit of the excess of the mop so it was just like a big wad of mop head. And then here's my problem and my big mistake. Soak it in gasoline. Like, soak it in gasoline. To the point where when I tried to light it in an upward position, i.e. a torch, the gasoline dripped down on my hand and, burnt me a little bit. So I drop it. I drop the entire lit torch on the ground. Lands in a pile of leaves. It's a bad start, but it gets worse. So when it lands in the leaves, I decide, oh shit, pick it up, stomp out the leaves. Duh, that's what you gotta do. So I pick it up to stomp out the leaves. When I pick it up upside down. Don't know what I was thinking. The flame licks up at my hand and freaks me out again, so I throw it one more time. Well, I thought one more time, because when I threw it, it landed in the fucking cattails. Like, all the dried, best kindling, I guess, that you could ever ask for at the grip of a fucking mop torch that some idiot kid decided would be a great idea to put together. So, here I am, running to the cattails to pick up this torch. I pick up the torch, whip it against the brick garage, torch goes out. I turn around, the entire fucking backyard is aflame. The fire took maybe, 5 seconds to reach 10 times its mass. So, cattails burning. Everything's on fire. Be me, be dumb, run in house, grab pots, pans, come outside, act like fireman. Try to put out fire with pot and pan. I'm running around with the pot on my head like a fucking helmet, and the other pot trying to smother out fires, while this raging inferno, the likes of which I had never seen, just rages. I already call it a raging inferno. Am I really going to use the same adjective twice? I am. It was a raging fire. Raging, mad, angry at me, wanted to cut off my little wanker. But in any case, so the whole backyard's on fire. I'm out there as an 11-year-old idiot trying to put it out to my best of abilities, which I cannot. At which point my older sister decides it's time to get the fire department. So she calls, gets the fire department down there. I, of course, get a big old lecture from, not the fire department, I don't think, but from my parents, obviously. It was at this point, fire's been put out. That's fine. As we go through the damages, those little lawn chairs I mentioned earlier were now puddles. They were puddles. They were like just a big puddle of white plastic, which some identifying marks that this once used to be a chair to be sat upon. And not only that, there was a nice big weeping... Was it a weeping willow? Yeah, it was a weeping willow in our backyard next to the swamp. Somehow caught on fire. I don't know how that happened. But anyway, it caught on fire and was left smoldering in the center for probably a month or so. Just a constant reminder of my dumbass mistake. But yeah, that wasn't the only time I set things on fire. It was, I think, the last time. Like, once you get really bad, it's... You kind of know, even as a kid, like, I should stop. Fire bad. Fire very bad. Why was I, like, walking really fucking slow over here? And why is it moon gravity in some areas, right? Look at that thing! Can I hit it from here? Nope. Nothing. That's not my van. Whose van is that? Okay, anyway. We're going to switch down to... I don't even know what I have there. What do I have in there? I have nothing. It's just watery. I'm trying to adjust my keyboard to be in a more comfortable position, but it is not going. I should get one of those controllers that have like the little finger inputs, and you put your hand in there like this, and you got triggers for like up, over, like however you move your hand. I know I could keybind it to everything on here. Why don't I just use a fucking video game controller like a regular asshole? Yeah. Because I'm an irregular asshole. My asshole is oblong. It's heart-shaped, like those weird fucking unicorn toys that had heart-shaped assholes and would shit out gooey glitter. Well, what's wrong with us these days? Why? Why was there a weird portion of time that was like... I don't know. All obsessed with poop and farts for kids' toys. And it's not like this was like a boy's toy. I mean, we're used to that. Boys always got the gross toys as kids. For some reason in the 90s, we really loved giving boys gross toys. Like, remember there was a fuck, what was it? Oh, it was like a lab where you can make your own gummies. And they were all gross, like, oh no, it's a worm, which now in retrospect, gummy worms are a fucking thing. But no, it'd be like, oh, it's a centipede, or, oh look, it's a brain, but it's gummy. And then girls got the fucking Easy Bake Oven, which was bomb. Although a hell of a fire hazard, because it used the light bulb to heat things up. Which someone nowadays like replaces it with an LED, and they're like, why isn't it not cooking my food? My brownie is still mix. Look at this little knight guy. This is so cute. God, I love this game. This is so relaxing, and a nice little... Oh, let's get him shined up. Oh, he's a little firefighter guy. Is he? No, he's a miner. No, he's a knight, because he has a sword. He's a knight dressed up as a firefighter. That's fine, that was always allowed. Get that pretty little helmet clean. Who are you? The forest knight. Look at that. Okay, yeah, so officially a knight. Oh, I just want to clean this guy off and make him go ding. How far along is he? He's got a little bit, but not a lot. Oh, it shows the material underneath the thing. That's nice. That way you know exactly what you got going on for you. Gotta get up in his grundle here. We'll give him a little special treatment to the grundle. There you go. How's that? Sorry, this bidet is set on super. Super pooper bidet. God, I'm gonna hit him in the nuts and it's not gonna be comfortable. Sorry, gotta get that gooch. Is it in the mask that's dirty? He's like getting him sprayed right in the eyeball. Oh. Oh. Oh yeah. Now to get his little stump cleaned. Give him a nice place to stand. Where is it? I guess I could tab it and see what dirt is waiting for me places, but... no need for that. But I can't crawl up here in prone? Okay, there we go. Oh. Okay. Oh, yes. Look at my little forest knight guy. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, this fence is all jacked up. Thank God green has like the best balance for spread and pressure. I actually bought a pressure washer recently. Just because, fucking pressure washer, man. And it is as fun as you would think. I was about to say, although very wet. And then my brain was like, dude, don't fucking be that dumb. Don't be that guy. The guy who goes out in summer to someone's place that works outside and decides to be like, wow, it's hot out, huh? It's like, yeah, we're getting triple digits. It's hot. Or when you're working retail and you're at the register and something doesn't scan and the customer thinks they're the most clever, unique person on the fucking planet and decides to be like, oh, it's free, right? Ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Like, no, you're great, thanks, guy. I'm in hell. They just don't fucking leave you alone. That was like one of the things I really disliked about working retail. I worked in retail for like a decade. There were some retail jobs that were okay. I mean, I was a manager at GameStop back in like 2008 or something. So I got like a lot of good games and had a lot of fun in the PlayStation 2 era. But at the same time, okay, so I worked at, here's another fun little bit. So I worked at GameStop, right? And I've always been obsessed with Atlas games. Like seriously, working there, I had a major hard-on for Atlas games. It was freaking amazing. All throughout high school, I played the shit out of P3. Had P2, the, what was it, Eternal something. Had freaking both of the Shin Megami Tensei Devil Summoners. I didn't have any of the Digital Devil Saga, which I should have. I had Nocturne, which was really expensive before they decided to redo it recently. Which is funny because Nocturne was like known for being a little bit controversial, but you know, we have no problem with that now. At least not the level of controversial that it was. I think it was controversial because it, I don't know, I want to say Nazi symbolism in there because Nazis are the bad guy in some of those games. Which, I don't know, is that irony that Japan, although being on their side, now uses Nazi symbolism as like 90% of their bad guys? Which makes sense. Nazis are bad. Duh. That's not something you gotta like explain. They become literally synonymous with ultimate evils. Which is good. Nazi punks can fuck off. But in any case, enough about that. So I owned all of these goddamn Atlas games. They were amazing. They were fun to play. I had P3. I had the fucking special edition of Digital or Devil Summoner, which is how I ended up with one of my favorite little plushies. It's a Radio Jack Frost. Rado? Radio? Fuck, I can't pronounce his name. He is covered in linty bits. How you doing, little buddy? Yeah. This guy's like a $60 plushie now. Because the collector's edition, if I still had it and didn't sell it to go be with someone, cost about $300 to $400 for the box, the plushie, and the game. Yeah, Devil Summoner 2. That's the one this came with, which was Radio versus the Soulless Army, maybe? No, it was Abaddon. That's what it was. So I had that. I had Tulip, which is now a $300 goddamn game. I had many of the Personas. Fucking some great goddamn games that are now appreciated value has gone up. I had real good taste in things where the value was just gonna go up. And you could always tell, like, if it's... So if it's, how do I explain this? If the game is unique, fun, and, kind of a niche audience, it's probably going to go up in price. One of the more expensive PS2 games is a game called Rule of Rose. And I remember when it came out, very weird, very obscure, easily accessible. Like, it was on our shelves. You could buy it. Now it's like $500 or some odd dollars because no one bought it. Not a lot of people bought it, but the game is solid. The game is really good. So when word of mouth gets around that these games that no one was interested in are really, really good games, then the price just goes up. And it won't stop going up because the game never stops being a good game. And it never stops being rare. Which will also explain why sequels to really good games cost a lot of money. Because if it's an underlier and people aren't like scrambling to go buy your game and the sequel for your game, then, you know, you're going to be shit out of luck with that. No, not shit out of luck. If people don't go to... Sorry, my brain just like fucked off there for a second. Now it's back. But if people don't buy the sequel, but the game is really good and the sequel's really good, you're going to have a fucking banger collector item on your hands. It's usually around the lines of you want to get the stuff that, you know, is great, but no one knows is great. Which I guess, when you think of it like that, makes it hella tricky to do. Forest shrub, is that... Oh, it's the whole goddamn thing. Okay. I was like, is that what the little dot is there? That's, what, a fucking berry? Alright.